And also here we have some snacks.
Really that's good shit, huh?
Studentenfutter mit Erdnuss.
Nice.
It's like, you know, when you had it for a few days, so you've taken out all the nice nuts, like the
yeah. So the shit is over.
So it's all the shit that's left. It's like a lot of raisins.
Do we have a garbage?
Hello, and welcome to the Dual Power Podcast.
Your speed skating podcast, where we talk about everything speed skating related, inline and long track.
The last 15 years of speed skating have brought us lifelong lessons, memories and friendships, as well as a trip to the Olympics and lives as full-time professional athletes.
In this podcast, we talk with friends and fellow speed skaters.
We bring you behind-the-scene portraits, as well as race reports, training philosophy, inside stories from the skating world, and much more.
This podcast is brought to you by the Dual Power brothers. I'm Philip Schmidt.
And I'm Stefan Schmidt.
Hope you enjoy listening. So we're sitting here in the lobby in Insel at our hotel with our guest Gijs Esders. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And I'm Philip, and I'm the co-host of the Dual Power podcast, together with my brother Stefan. Hello.
Hello.
And just some short info about you guys. You are skating for Team Reggeborch, and you come from Deventer in the Netherlands and started long track speed skating when you were 8 years old. So just tell us a little bit about how did you start skating? Like when you were 8 years old, we just talked a little bit about it before the podcast, but how did you start skating?
Nice. Well, your pronouncing was pretty good actually. From the name Team Reggeborch, really good.
Dutch is getting better.
Yeah. Especially when you're gonna live in Holland for next season.
Yeah.
But how I ended up in speed skating? Well, I was just doing a lot of sports when I was a young kid, like tennis, badminton, did some football. But in the end, I picked like the sport that I thought was like the most responsible one towards myself. So I wasn't relying on any teammates or something like that, which you have in football, of course, because we just talked about it before. But you don't want to rely on others, so you can take full responsibility for your achievements and for your mindset and for how the way you train.
And when you fail.
And when you fail as well.
It's your own fault.
Yeah. You can just look
seriously.
in the mirror. Yeah. I think that's the biggest part of making the choice for speed skating. Yeah.
So when you started skating as a youth skater, as a junior skater, so how did you do? Were you one of the best in Holland, or how was it?
When I was in junior, no, I wasn't that good actually. When I joined the club, I probably was I think 11 or 12, and I skated for the Deventer Ice Club. Well, I was technically a pretty good skater actually. Everybody had this feeling of guys just gonna make it pretty easy to the selectie. How do you say it?
The selection team.
Yeah, selection team. You know,
was it Jong Oranje? Or
no. That we got levels
before that.
Yeah, before Jong Oranje.
Yeah.
So there was this whole idea. Okay, this guy's just gonna make it, but I didn't get picked up till I was 18. So I was like getting to my last year of juniors before I got into the selected team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So quite far from skating Junior World Cups or Junior World Championships or anything like that. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. But at that time, in your mind, was it already like, I'm gonna be one of the fastest in Holland, I'm gonna be one of the best in the world, or was it like also a thing that was very far away from you in your mindset at that time?
Those times. No, I don't think that was really far actually. That's something that keeps you driven. And I wanted to be really, really, really good. And I always had the feeling when I looked at my skating from my competitions, and I saw it. I was always thinking, okay, with this type of style and with this technique, I think I should be capable of doing really, really fast times. So that was like the base of what kept me going. And I thought, of course, when you're younger, it's like pretty basic thinking. You think, okay, the harder I train, the faster I go. But the older you get, the more you find out it isn't, you know. And that kind of realization came when I was like 25 and in the Wüst. Then I found out, okay, this is just isn't working. So I can remember, Ireen, the coach from the Wüst, and I was doing nationals, just distances, in I think like 2016 or 17, and there was this 1500, and afterwards I skated 150 or something, and afterwards I just said to my coach and Ireen, I don't feel it, I don't feel the ice. I think I'm well prepared, well trained, but I just don't get the feeling for a good movement on the ice. So I was so done. But my coaches had been telling me for years, okay, dude, you need to go to your feelings, How do you feel about skating? How do you feel in general, actually? Are you feeling good? Are you happy with what you're doing? But those kind of questions are pretty confronting,
Yeah.
And you don't want to really dig deep into it.
Yeah.
So actually I was on this like crossroad where I had this feeling, okay, I can quit, or I can do what my coaches want me to do, and that's like go into the feeling part of speed skating and be more relaxed about what you're doing. So I decided to go for the second option, and the year after I qualified for World Cups.
Yeah,
And and then I had the feeling, okay, I'm finally getting to the potential I have, I'm getting closer to it.
So you were actually quite close to take the decision to quit skating?
Oh yeah, many times, man. Yeah, if you're in a Wüst and you're like paying like 2,000 euros a year, and you have to work beside training and want to compete with the best, it's hard. That's just basic. But what I already said, the feeling and I had this like burn in myself. I can go faster and I must go faster, and it can be done. That's what actually kept me going. There was this big drive, not even to, maybe sounds crazy, to become a world champ, but I had to know how far I can push myself.
Yeah, would you regret it if you didn't stick around long enough until you had that breakthrough to see your potential? Yeah,
definitely. And now I'm in like this situation which is much more comfortable than last couple of years. I'm more relaxed, but I actually kind of believe right now that I will get a sign and a feeling when I know it's done.
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm just gonna kind of go for it all of the years that are ahead, and then there will be a feeling, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
There's not much more to learn, or the body is done, something like that.
Yeah.
So I always followed the intuition about keeping my focus onto speed skating, and when I look back at it, it's like always been the right choice, Yeah. So it's a good one.
Yeah, I think looking from the outside, like we've known you a couple of years, and a lot of people known you only a couple of years because you've come up this late. But I know from talking with you now and everything, like you've been in the sport for so long, you've been trying your best for so long, and you've stuck around for so long. I think the feeling everybody has to see you succeed is like a special story. It's a weird story because in Holland normally it's like if you don't make it on the junior level and you make it to senior and you don't have a contract, you stop. But like you said, you didn't even make it to the junior level. Then in senior, you stayed with Geweest Friesland, working on all this, waiting for your potential to actually get through. You had to work and skate. And you said a little bit about how or why you kept going, but how could you manage to keep going? Like, how much did you study? How much did you work? How much did you skate? How was that?
Well, study, pretty nice summary. The study was always full time, so I had one year extra. I did 1 year, so I did business economics. I did it in 5 instead of 4. Did a lot of just home studying, went pretty good, went pretty easy, was always manageable. Working is a different story, people want you to show up at certain times, be there at 8, leave at 1 if you take the morning, but if you come in at like 10:30 and leave at like 15:30, it's like you miss both, the entrance and the moment you have to leave, like 5. I felt a lot of ice in my back, every time I walked out of the building. But the thing, what I was just, why I could live with myself, because I knew I got done I got done what was asked of me. You know, I took my responsibility for within the company. What was asked, I did, and most of the times I just added more to keep them happy, of course. But it's that was really stressful, and I got some moments that will definitely stick with me for my entire life. That was like when I qualified for World Cups. 2 weeks before, I had this audit, you know, and someone is coming in over from this external company. You're just gonna verify all your process you're doing is correct. And this deadline was in the week before World Cup qualification. So, but like most of the time, I'm a pretty structured guy, so a lot of it was well organized. But there were some things that just had to be done. And in your mind, it's always, okay, is this complete? Is this complete? Did I get this right, you know? So I was really, really stressed. Still like the first day, first day, and Friday started the World Cup trials, you know? And I was like, my stress levels were so high, not much sleep. But what I did all those years was like, I just told myself I was good, you know. You just kind of fool yourself into this thinking, you know. You don't. How do you say it? If you feel you're getting tired, you just ignored it. You just know, I'm good. If I have to train at 9 and do my weights at 9 or 10, just do it. Just keep going. And I got a little bit scared of it because I was getting numb for the feeling of exhaustion, you know, getting tired. Yeah. So I was on this. It felt like I was unstoppable, you know. I can manage this. I can skate really, really fast. But I was getting scared of it. I had this feeling. Okay, one time I'm just gonna break down. But that I qualified, and like two weeks later we went to Obi Hero. Yeah, and then I got sick, you know. Yeah, it was like the level of adrenaline just went down.
Maybe a bit too much for
a bit too much. Yeah, I really had to get into the World Cups, and it was all new and stressful as well.
Yeah, but like you said, with the gym late nights as well, like we had one time.
I already know.
In Heerenveen and Tilf, we went to the gym. I think it was later than 8:00 at night or so. Yeah. And then we were like, okay, it's pretty late. Okay, of course the gym is empty. And then like maybe half an hour later, so you arrive in the room, and then you're like, why are you here? Like, I have to go. I went to work. I have to go to the gym now and do a training. And we already thought our training was pretty late, but we also, we do the same sometimes. If it doesn't fit in the program, we have to get the work done. But
do you like it? Like late in the evening, no one's around?
For us, I think,
knowing everybody's like on their couch watching TV shows and you're like working your ass off to skate
like
fast, you know.
Friday night or
I like that feeling.
You feel like you do some work that the others don't do. But, that's also what drives you, like that maybe your road to success was a little bit tougher than most people who just maybe qualified for World Cups when they were like pretty young, or got on a commercial team when they were pretty young.
Well, it's
how do you feel about it?
You have to look at it like every person has got his own like perspective on his own, on his own game. And I was like so stuck in mine, and I got my priorities straight. Okay, this is what I do. I accepted it. My social life wasn't like that big. Not much time for friends to hang around with. But when you make the choice of, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do my weights at night. When I came home like at 6, and I had dinner at 6:30. And then I just choose, okay, I'm just going to take 1 hour rest. Just get a little bit out of the stress level, you know. And then I'll head to the gym. And I'll probably be done at 10. It's kind of, you're just going to accept the situation and make the most of it. But I found out I really enjoyed it, you know. The struggle as well. There's beauty in the struggle. So
ugliness in the success.
Yeah, definitely.
Quotes, J-Co.
Definitely.
No, but I feel like that's also why at those late night like gym sessions, we had a few actually.
We had a few.
And it's like talking with you is always nice, and I think we can relate in the way that coming from Denmark, there's no ice, and that's the limitation. And then you have some opportunities within the limitation, meaning